Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the podcast. Possibly the last one.
Not just any old edition
of people. This is the Podlast.
The Podlast.
Which does not mean that the podcast is necessarily going away, but I'm moving.
It will just be infinitely more sucky.
We'll blame this guy over here.
He's doing a mustache on his face.
And I was doing a finger mustache, and I got a finger unibrow in reply. That's harsh.
Holy crap.
Okay. With us this week, let's start with Tim. Introduce yourself, Tim.
Hey.
That's him. That's him
AKA
introducing
Slacker
himself.
Chan.
He brings no creativity to the table.
Not this time. It's Podlast.
Simplicity.
Also with us this week, and the microphone's not going to hear you way the fuck over there.
Come closer.
We don't care. Does not care.
Also with us this week is D-Pad. Say hello to everybody. It's been a while.
Tradition. Oh my god, it's good to be back. It's actually horrible to be back, but I'm actually really glad to be back, considering, I've had some really good times, spanning from, cat girls in a tube, and, mimes exploding in a nuclear holocaust. We've been through some pretty rough times on this podcast. Pretty good times.
Those poor mimes.
and you will probably have a bunch of stories to tell us because you've been gone for like 5 billion months in
We haven't seen you
Uruguay.
in a
Also with us is Towelhead, or Towel. Say hello to everybody.
Hello! Don't forget to bring a towel.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Also with us is Gameface. Say hello.
That's me, right?
Yeah, that's you.
Thank Fly, Boss Walk, Jam Nitty Gritty. You're listening to the boy from the big bad city, and this is PTAB.
And also with us is Radio Shaver.
Wait, Shaver?
Electric shaver.
You probably can't hear him for dick, but way the fuck over there is Chris, or I don't even remember what his podcast name was.
He never had a podcast name.
Well, Chris is way the fuck over there and you can't hear him.
He has just answered with his silence.
If you hear us laughing for absolutely no reason, he probably said something.
Yeah. So,
Lap track. You should call him lap track.
Okay.
we start by paying a brief, at least, tribute to Robin Williams.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Robin Williams.
On my birthday, too. On my motherfucking birthday,
Oh,
August 11th.
D-Pad here was out of the country when that went down.
but I heard about it.
Even out of the country.
I heard about it, yeah.
When you say you heard about it, was it on your phone?
No, it
He
was
saw
someone else's
Legend.
phone.
Oh, okay.
He saw Guardians of the Galaxy while he was
In
out
Spanish.
of the country. In Spanish.
Which is, that's a damn good movie.
Oh, soy Groot.
Yo soy Groot.
He has the ability to say 3 words. I and am and Groot.
Hey, wait. Doesn't at the end he say we are Groot?
Yes, he does.
Well, because in Spanish he says
Spoiler.
Son somos Groot.
So yeah, the Earth as a whole, collectively, is now significantly less funny because Robin Williams is gone.
And Groot sacrificed himself. That
So-
too. That too.
Yeah. So I have to say this. Good morning, Vietnam.
It probably is morning in Vietnam right now. Does anybody want some vodka? I took a sip.
Tradition.
I took a sip
God.
and I regret it.
So
Just don't kill it.
I read somewhere that a lot of comedians are very depressed people. I just heard. I don't think it was proven, but I think it's kind
I've heard
of
that too.
public knowledge now that Robin Williams may have been a suicide case.
It was. He hung himself.
Oh, he hung himself.
Yeah, with
Okay.
a belt.
Well, that could have been autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah.
Considering
yeah.
the fact
I think that's
that
a
he was
myth.
on heavy
Well, whatever it is,
depressants
he's
and he's been
fucking
battling
depressing that
depression
he's
for
gone.
years.
Actually, I heard
Well-
something that I haven't heard anyone else discuss, and that's that he was actually sober at the time of the suicide.
that's what his wife
but
said.
he was also starting to show the beginnings of Parkinson's.
Yes, he did have
his
Parkinson's
wife
disease.
was,
Yes.
I think it was his wife. Or it was either his wife or his daughter Zelda.
So kind of what?
Named after Princess Zelda, by
You're,
the way.
you're shitting me.
No joke.
No.
Zelda Williams.
Zelda have the sword.
Zelda Williams.
That was her name.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's-
that's her
Yeah,
name.
I don't doubt that was her name, but was that his actual inspiration?
Yeah, they
Yes,
actually
he's
had
a major
Nintendo
he
made
was a big
commercials about
gamer.
it.
He was
What?
a big gamer.
No.
Yes, he was.
Then why did
Yeah,
he
he had a World
die?
of Warcraft account.
Then why would he be depressed?
Dude, I play video games and I'm depressed. What are you talking about?
But you have a
need to
beard.
Appreciate them more.
But wasn't that because
Robin Williams did have an amazing beard, too.
I got beer.
But
I would like an amazing beer right now.
I'm sorry, my beer is
No,
shit.
I don't want any vodka.
didn't his show, The Crazy Ones, not get renewal on CBS?
Yeah, one season was done.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, so
Yeah, he was on Louis C.K.'s
Oh.
show, and
Was
there's
he?
a scene where, like, because, Louis C.K. plays himself.
That's a good way to do it.
Same with Robin Williams, he was playing himself. Like, they met in the show, and they ended up saying, Robin Williams started to say, hey, if I, he didn't get to say, but he was going to say, die before you. Louis was like, yeah, I get it, I'll go to your funeral. I mean, if I die first,
Oh,
fine.
I saw
He was
that
on the show
online. Now Louis has to
everyone-
honor the.
Yeah, so everyone, that was one of the big things everyone was saying, well, Louis has to honor that now and go.
Yeah. He's got to. He announced it publicly. Yeah, let's all go to his funeral.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
I don't think-
But-
He's not the Pope. Wait. He's not the Pope. There's not going to be a public funeral.
Fuck you. Robin Williams is higher than the Pope.
Yes.
Yeah.
dress up as Mrs. Doubtfire.
I'm just saying, I think his family's
The spiritual hierarchy of the Catholic Church is God, Robin Williams, the Pope.
Exactly. And then Cardinals or whatever.
Yeah.
Those guys.
And then Blue Jays, and
Yeah.
type.
Seriously though, Robin. Okay, let's go
Yeah,
around.
you-
What
you
is
can have-
everyone's favorite
gonna give you the
role
lay it
that
on you.
Robin Williams played?
I told you.
That's
What's
fucking
everyone's
classy.
favorite Robin Williams role?
Yeah, what's ever? Okay, Tim, we'll start with you. What's your favorite Robin Williams role?
I haven't seen all his movies, so I don't want to sound like a jackass. But
Just pick the one from the ones you've seen.
Martha doesn't.
that's hard. I want to say Mrs. Doubtfire because that was like a childhood classic for me. But I have to go. Hey, okay, I have to go with Death to Smoochie. Because he
Let's see
made
it.
such a wonderful angry drunk in that movie. It was like
It was a dark
hilarious.
comedy.
Yeah, I know, it was hilarious.
Okay, Gar.
I was hoping I wasn't next.
I'll go for it.
Okay, you go
Okay.
ahead.
The teacher that he played in Good Will Hunting, the one that he won the Oscar for, that was my
That was a
favorite.
very-
Yes,
very,
same
very
person. We are the
good
same person. Yes. I know it wasn't a funny role,
See,
but it
that's
was
a
an
movie I haven't
amazingly
seen.
good role.
That's a movie I haven't seen.
You should
so
see. It's an amazing movie.
I want
You
to.
should see it. It's very,
He
very
was like,
good.
he was astoundingly great.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go back on my word and change my mind within the next 10 minutes, but I'm gonna say Hatch Adams.
That's cool.
Oh no, that was
That
a
works.
really good movie.
I love that movie.
Also, Dead Poets Society.
Oh,
Never
Captain, my
saw it.
Captain.
Great.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. That's my answer. Because he wasn't just like, it wasn't just a good performance. He was an outstanding character
Yeah.
in that movie.
Yeah.
Like it.
I'm gonna go. Personally, I'm gonna go with Good Morning Vietnam. What
Good.
That's a good movie.
I was Good Will Hunting also.
Okay.
Okay.
There you
Alright.
go.
Good hunting Vietnam.
Oh,
Say that I'm a
wow.
little bit surprised nobody said the genie.
Isn't anybody
Oh, yeah,
gonna say
solid.
Mork and Mindy? Oh no, wait.
That's
okay.
TV.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Same
Good.
thing.
The Dead Poet Society was great, but
It's-
honestly, that wasn't my gut reaction. I actually wanted to say the genie from Aladdin.
Solid.
He was very, very funny in that.
Yeah.
Come
He
on.
was the best
No
part
one
of it.
else. No one else could have done that. No.
That was a pretty good.
That was a really good movie. I don't know if that was a good. It was a good role, but it wasn't a good performance. I mean, what I mean to say is like. exactly
Thank you,
what I'm
Abstract.
saying. There wasn't much room for him to express himself because he was a robot. You know, there wasn't. You could go. Or
He's like, fuck it all.
Okay.
Stop talking about me.
Okay, I think we're recording again. Are we recording? Look at the screen since I
we're
can't see.
recording.
yeah, we're recording. But when did we leave off?
Question.
When you were talking about the genie and bicentennial.
Oh god, the best part.
Okay.
Just cookies. Just
So
missed a
okay,
little bit.
so a Bicentennial Man was a great. It was a great role by him, but it wasn't that great of a performance, and that's no fault of his own. It's just that that didn't give him.
The role probably called for it.
Yeah, he had to be fairly two-dimensional. He
By
was.
nature of playing a robot.
Yeah, he was playing a
Now, if
robot.
that were Zach Galifianakis instead, would it be robotic?
Although, wasn't the only time he played a robot? Didn't he play one of the robots in the movie Robot?
Maybe not. What?
Wait, iRobot?
No,
Or-
the animated
Robots.
Oh,
I don't
I know
remember
James
who did
Earl
it.
Jones was in it.
Oh,
I
really?
could've sworn Robin Williams was in it.
Too bad we don't have the internet.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's
Nobody
been in
has
a
it.
shit ton of great movies, and his stand-up is amazing.
Oh yeah, live on Broadway, amazing.
And some of the best work he's ever done is when he gets to do improv comedy.
Oh hell yeah.
Like, go on YouTube, look up Whose Line Is It Anyway? Robin Williams, and laugh your ass off.
I seriously
They were
like
doing
over the
scenes
last.
from a hat in one episode where that he was on, and he pulled out the thing. He says, "What Robin Williams is thinking now?" And Robin Williams stands up and he goes, "I have a career. What the hell am I doing here?"
I seriously, over the last few days, with everybody talking about Robin Williams, it amazes me
Yeah.
how many things he did. Like, I can't say the same for any other actor. I can't even say the same from Jim Carrey, who was in, like, everything.
Everything.
What about Al Pacino?
Every
Al Pacino.
Good actor. Great actor.
Pacino.
The best.
Nicolas Cage.
Al Pacino was
yeah.
just Scarface. That's, like, the one thing.
He played Michael
I was
Corleone.
gonna say he played Michael Corleone.
Michael fucking Corleone.
Well,
Oh,
That's
Stand-Up
probably his
boys.
best role.
Stand-up
have you
guys.
seen Stand Up Guys?
yeah.
Yeah, we watched that at Mom and Dad's place. Yeah, didn't
Isn't
we?
that the one with
I'll watch it with
Christopher
you.
Walken?
Yes.
Oh, I just
Christopher
remember another good
Walken.
Robin Williams one, and it's a very, like, a lot of people don't know about it. What was it called? It's actually where he dies. It's
Wait, are we
What
talking
dreams may come.
Yes.
Didn't see
well,
it. Didn't see it, but I've heard of it.
That's a really
Insomnia,
abstract
one
movie.
movie. I
Yeah,
have
it
not
was.
seen it.
It takes place in like a dream world, and
I
he
saw
has to
people
go
going-
into the hell world to
Yeah.
save his
Yeah,
wife.
the
Going
afterlife.
like,
He has to
oh
go-
Yeah.
man, Robin Williams died. I'm gonna have to watch
Watch a
what
movie
Dreams
of-
May Come.
Yes, yes,
Be further depressed.
because that's where he is right now, man.
Yeah,
He's
with
in
his-
his afterlife.
With his imaginary kids. Yeah.
What?
Except he's got a real kid. Her
Zelda,
name is Zelda. Like,
and she had hair the color of strange
You have to
peaches.
look up the Nintendo commercials with Robin Williams. They're fucking great.
I was gonna
Just
say.
got like an interview.
He
with
was
him where
also on
talks about
Equals.
naming his
He
kid
was also
Zelda.
on Equals 3 once.
I was gonna actually.
That's right.
Yeah, he was.
I was
Wasn't he like, get out of my apartment?
Now get out of here! Get out of me!
I was gonna say, because I know you like video games and did voice acting. Did he ever do any video game, like roles in video games?
Gonna be a character on World of Warcraft or something like that. Some
Well,
Yes,
game,
they're
yeah.
going to put
Yeah.
tribute
Yeah, they're a tribute
in
character.
World of
but,
Warcraft.
yeah.
It's a tribute to Robin Williams.
So he will be, but
which
I don't
is
know.
honestly fucking cool. Really
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Yep, he
And they're
deserves
making
it.
a big call to get one in Zelda too.
Oh wow!
That would be. How
That-
would you do
that
that?
would be
Zelda.
him.
He's Ganon. It turns out. Like, oh, good morning, Vietnam.
Morning Hyrule!
Yes.
They'll get like
Hey,
Dan
listen,
Castellaneta
listen.
Hey,
to
listen.
play him because
Look,
Dan Castellaneta played the genie.
No, he'll
And
be
the Atlantic
Robin
Heat,
Williams
Atlantic.
as the genie. As now.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Yeah. That's what the fairy says.
So, you went to Paraguay.
He
Paraguay?
wasn't exactly Paraguay.
Okay, you
Wasn't
went to
even
Chad.
It wasn't
Zaire.
exactly.
You went to Zaire.
It wasn't exactly Zaire.
So
You went to Zanzibar.
you went
You're
to-
getting further away.
It was Myanmar.
So meanwhile, in Siberia,
It was not anywhere close to Siberia.
You went
Why
to
not?
Ork, where Mork is from.
Yeah.
I don't think you could get further away than that.
okay, so
unless
Ian was
you
on
said
Mars.
Wow.
Wow.
You went to
Cambodia.
Laos. No, seriously, tell us about your trip, man. Where you went, what you did. We want to hear.
Okay, all right. First of all, I went to Hawaii, and that was Hawaii.
Yeah.
But that's not important. After that, I went down to Colombia. I took a bus from Colombia to Ecuador. Stayed in Ecuador for a while, and then took a boat down the Amazon River into Peru. And from Peru, I took a plane back to the States. Yeah. Where in the world was I?
Where in the world is
Cuman, San Diego.
Also that.
Yeah, remember when I heard that you were on the Amazon? I was like, wait a minute, I thought he was going back. I was like,
Not much, actually.
I was like thinking, wait, what happened? Did he get kidnapped? Why is he on the Amazon?
By no choice of my own, I'm on the Amazon. Seriously, send. They're giving me internet access, but seriously, send for help.
And nobody would take you seriously. Oh, Betty.
Oh, he's
so
such a
funny.
silly man.
I
Knee slapper.
But surely you have some cool stories.
do have some cool stories. Speaking of nobody taking me seriously, I was in Colombia,
Oh
and
god.
Colombia was.
Oh, I heard about it.
It was just I was on a bus ride. It was a 26-hour bus ride to get from Bogota to Colombia to Quito, Ecuador, and it took us so long. I fell asleep on the bus, and then I woke up. I was like 13 hours into the bus ride, and I was like, "Hey, we're at a stop. The bus has stopped, and I want a jelly donut." I knew exactly what I wanted as soon as I woke up, and I went out. I ventured off. I got off the bus, and I was like stopping at, like, you know, they have shacks you can stop at to get like food or use the bathroom or get candy or get a jelly donut, and I was looking for them. And I stopped at this one place, and like they just had like fried bananas and Starbursts and stuff. And I was like, no,
I
no.
hope you ordered your jelly donut in a Christopher Walken voice.
I take. Which donut shall I take?
Jelly donut. And this can put it.
Listen.
Now, did you run into a South American Robin Williams?
Oh.
That would be amazing.
Maybe it was the Robin Williams who had just escaped and faked his
Well, that's what I was
death.
thinking.
But I'm looking. They didn't have it at the first place I looked, so I went around this corner and I found this little bakery, and I was like, "Oh, here we go! Here's some jelly donuts. This is awesome!" And I found these 2 jelly donuts, and I stuffed them in the bag, and I was like, "All right, fucking right." And I walk back around. I got my jelly donuts. I'm a happy boy in Colombia. I'm a happy gringo in Colombia. And I looked back, and I was like, "Okay, so." I could have swore my bus was right there.
Oh.
But it might have been that bus. And I look up and my friend isn't in there. And I'm like, well, maybe it was that bus. And I look up and that bus and my friend's not in there either. And I was like, well maybe it's that bus. And my friend's not in there. Well, maybe it's that bus. And my friend's not in there either. What bus is it? Oh, my friend, and the friend in the bus. And so I'm like freaking out.
The drivers went on board.
The driver. No, the driver was on board. He was just a dick. As soon as he saw me round that corner to get to the jelly donut stand, he was like, "Oh, okay, he's gone," and just drove off.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he
What a
just drove off.
douche
He was a Colombian douche weasel. So I'm
God, that sounds like some kind of drug.
Colombian go douche waffle, and I'm like running from.
In my nose.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, me too.
Of Colombia.
Yeah.
Was your bus driver?
Yeah, he was a neo-Nazi. This guy was a Colombian neo-Nazi, and I'm running back and forth. I'm starting to get frantic at this point. I'm running back and forth between the buses, like, oh, you know, my friend, my friend has to be here. That can't be. I don't speak Spanish. I'm gonna die. And apparently, these 3 policemen approached me, and they're calling out to me. They see me freaking out, and they're like, hola, and they're saying all this stuff, and I'm like, lo siento, no hablo español, pero mi amigo es muy lejos de aquí. And they're like, está bien, policía. They're like telling me that they're the police and everything's okay. Policía. And I'm like, okay, I'm safe. Okay, and they're like, okay, pasaporte. And I was like, oh, my passport's right here. And I hand it to them, and the one guy takes it and looks at it. And then the second guy is like, ID. And I was like, why do you need my ID? You already have my passport. But reluctantly, I gave that to him as well. And, you know, they're examining it. And then the third guy is like, ticket. And I was like, oh, right here. Okay, right here in my pocket. And I handed him this slip of paper. And I didn't know it at the time, but that slip of paper was actually my receipt for the jelly donut that I just bought. He looks at it and he starts snickering and he passes it to the other 2, and then they just bust out laughing at me, and I didn't know why. And then all 3 of them just pat me on the back, hand the stuff back to me, and then walk off laughing. And I'm like, wait, no! No, come back! You are the police! You are my last chance! I can't trust these people! And I just look around. Well, no, nothing against those people. I just didn't speak Spanish, and I'm stuck in this Colombian bus station all by myself.
And they said, fuck you.
Colombian Luftwaffe.
The Colombian neo-Nazis walked off.
Yeah, they obviously
laughing.
The reason they didn't like you is because your hair is not blonde.
Right, and because I look Jewish.
Oh.
And but they thought it must have been it. So finally, my dreadlock friend comes back, and he comes around the corner. And I just stayed in one spot, and he found me, because apparently when he was on the bus that left, he started yelling at the bus driver, like, no, wait, we gotta go back. And the bus driver was actually, arguing that. He was like, oh, no, that guy's gone. Yeah, sometimes people just get off the bus, and then, they're gone,
Damn Colombian bus Nazis.
See why Stella's a good friend?
Colombian bus Nazis.
I hope you told.
I could have been like, Stella! And nobody would have listened.
I hope you told that bus driver to eat a dick.
If I knew the Spanish for that, I would have said it. But,
El Ido, El Dico.
That works.
El Ido la Dico.
Come un pan.
You eat bread.
Yeah.
You just... There's nothing... I should have said that, and he would have been like, oh!
Come un jamón.
You eat ham.
Yes.
So I get on the bus and everybody's laughing because it turned out the whole like 4 or 5 people on the bus stood up for me and was like, no, turn around, we gotta pick up that stranger. And I finally sit down, everybody's laughing, my friend's laughing. I sit down, I relax, and I take a bite out of the jelly donut, and it's stale.
That was a depressing end to the story.
Yeah, it was all for nothing.
I was hoping you were going to say, and that was the best tasting jelly donut ever.
No,
It was stale.
I wish I could say that.
That was all gross.
No, no, I never want to eat another jelly donut again.
But I'm sure there was some good out of the experience. The experience was sweet, but the journey was a little blunt and rotten.
Wow, you just made the story into the representation of a jelly donut.
There you go.
That's okay. So it was crusty on the outside,
Yeah.
sweet and stale on the inside.
There you go.
Okay, all right. Well,
Sweet and stale on the inside.
Jelly
Donut.
do not ever leave a bus in Colombia.
Dr. Now, who taught you that one?
Oh, you made a bad decision, Ian.
Hey, it could have been worse. The way you were going with the police, I thought you were going to say, gave them your ticket, and all three of them just booked it with all your your passport, your ID, and your ticket.
For a second, I thought it would turn out like that, but it didn't. Yeah, the police... The police are not helpful. They're just more there as figureheads to intimidate people out of committing crimes, but they're not there to serve and protect.
Hey, kind of like here.
Yeah.
Oh God, we live in South America.
No.
America.
The very north part of South America.
I wonder if like South Americans say America.
You should ask.
Because like apparently Central and South Americans don't like to call themselves Americans, but they are Americans. They're just South Americans.
Well, Canadians don't call
themselves
themselves
either.
Americans either.
They call themselves
And they do the Good Day Canada.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
So what all did you do while you were there?
He ate a lot of peaches.
Gonna move into a
Country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Peaches coming from a can
They were put there by man.
in a factory downtown. If I had my merry way,
I'd eat peaches every day.
That's all I know.
sun-soaking bowls.
Thank you, doggy.
When I went to Hawaii first, we hopped around and did a bunch of
That
stuff.
doesn't have calories.
That doesn't have calories.
Right now, the only known bad effect of vaping is it can increase bacteria culture. So if I get sick, I need to not vape.
Vaping will increase.
You gotta go to Kutztown
What?
sometime and say
Yeah.
It's like
So does food. So does food.
I mean, you had to have
Is
some kind of
Ethiopian
like
or Kenyan?
overarching plan to do
Ethiopian.
things, right?
Dude, I've done plenty of research on vaping.
So when you went
I've
to
done plenty of
Ecuador,
research on vaping.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother's trying to say, is he like safe? No,
It's not safe. No, it's
safer.
tested.
Safer. It's not that
So-
safer. Like I did, there are research that shows that it's safer.
We can also get
But
It's safer than combusting a plant.
yeah, it is.
okay, so when you went to Ecuador, did you see the family that you stayed with last time?
Yeah, I did actually. I stayed with them. It was really cool, except I still didn't speak very much Spanish. I was able to communicate very simple ideas to them, but like not really communicate.
Did you stay with the same family as last time? Or
Yeah, it was the same family.
Did a dog chase you out while you had to take a crap this time?
Oh no, my craps were worse this time.
Oh,
Montezuma's revenge.
Yes, I got really
your
bad.
butthole was clenched from the bus.
Your butthole.
Yeah.
And now he's bringing back malaria.
Watch
Watch it.
American took in Ebola.
Como se llama tu familia?
What's your family call themselves?
They're the mamito y papita. I don't know their names. We call them mamita y papito.
You think maybe that is their name?
Uh,
How do you know
And
that's not their names?
it might be. I don't. That'd be like mom and dad actually having the names mom and dad.
Hey, they did on Dexter's Lab.
On Dexter's Lab. No,
And cow and chicken.
Describe tu familia.
Somos gente buenos, entonces yo comer mucho de mi mamita y papito y mucha cerveza. Mucha cerveza.
They still only have a Pilsner, I would assume.
Pilsner. It's a Pilsner, but the name of it is actually Pilsner. Like, Ecuador was like, they won't know the difference.
Oh, and you'd be like, nobody in Ecuador actually brews, like, something else?
No.
oh, tell me you
No.
saw the legendary backpack.
The legendary
One with the
backpack.
miscolored Sonic that says Obama.
No,
That was in
no.
China.
Well, I saw a hat. I saw this guy wearing a hat. Like in Ecuador, anything with English on it is popular. Like you're very popular if you can speak English.
So like here with us with the like Asians.
Japanese.
So,
Yes,
like,
yes,
Ecuador
exactly.
Ladies just flock to
Well, it's
smoking.
because I'm white, but they would like. No, I saw. Yes, I did. I didn't know how to say it, so you know I. No, novia. No, yeah, tengo novia. No, I saw this guy. Like the ghetto culture is really emulated down there, and I saw this guy. Like he was wearing this cap, this baseball cap, and it had like written in bubble letters. Like so, it was really like graffiti looking almost. And it had this like a silhouette of this guy like looking off to the side and looking really badass. And the bubble letters said, "Dick in mouth." And I wanted to take a picture of this man, and I didn't want to be rude to him. And like I didn't know if he knew what it said, or if anybody knew what it said, or if he was telling like women like, "Oh yeah, this says you know, I'm good at sex," or something. But it was.
You see this hat? This hat says what I want you to do.
Dick in mouth.
Wow.
That reminds me of a. I don't
I
remember
forgot
what
about that,
country it was
that
had,
Obama
like,
backpack.
this,
That's funny.
commercial where this family gets in their car and they start listening to a song, and the only lyric to the song, and none of them speak English, and the only lyric to the song is "I want to fuck you in the ass,"
Wow.
and the entire family's like singing this
We
and like bouncing to
Like,
it.
no.
And it's a commercial to learn English.
don't sing that. That's bad.
Wow.
It was pretty fun.
Nothing else.
Oh my god.
It's like this like mom and dad and like two kids are like, "I wanna fuck you in the ass."
What
Oh,
country?
I wanna
I don't
fuck
remember
your
exactly. I
ass. I like it a family song, like they sing it on road trips and stuff.
Well, do you remember if it was like
They're on the way to
Asian,
Grandma's house.
European?
Wanna fuck you in the ass.
Oh wow. Well,
Do you know if they were like if it was like Asian, European?
I don't know.
Just curious.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I saw it years ago.
Oh, okay.
So, how was your family in Ecuador? How are they doing?
Oh, they're really doing well.
And why were the shits you took worse? Because they should have an outhouse now because you were.
I did. Last time I was there, I helped them build an outhouse. I think I said that on the one podcast.
That should have made them better.
So every time they take a poop, they'll think of me.
Yeah. So how are they doing, and why was that worse?
Well, no, it's just this time my body just didn't want to digest anything. It just wanted to get rid of it. And, yeah, it was bad. It was so bad it started to burn.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was kind of horrible.
Yep. I know the feeling.
At least you had an outhouse for privacy. So
Yeah, no, and I had to do it in secret every time. Like, it was, like, I didn't want them to think that the food that they were giving me was bad, so I'd hold it until the nighttime, and then I'd go and just blow it up. And it was horrible.
Ian Crew taking secret shits in the night in Ecuador.
So what did you help them build this time?
Ecuadorian
I imagine
nights.
they had you work.
Well, not so much. Raul, the son, has this job now in sales, and they wanted me to go into the city and help them with that, and I didn't really. But, like, we went to the city and we ended up drinking, and their daughter, they have a 12-year-old daughter, and I was hanging out with him. I spent a lot of.
I was waiting for that.
Oh my God! Why are you guys? No, I was taking
Why
care
are
of
we
her.
guys? Is that the question? Why are we guys?
Oh, come on.
We're born with penises.
12. 12. Are you
Penile.
serious?
Anyway, no one's serious. Go on.
There isn't one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, so they're doing fine. Like I said, they're trying to get Raul out of the house, the son. They're trying to get him a job so he can actually leave the farm and stuff. Yeah.
Mom, I want you to go into sales.
I don't say that you have to go into sales. I really prefer if you did.
I'd only love you if you did.
Go sell DVDs that are labeled as Blu-rays that have.
But who's gonna buy Kangaroo Jack?
In Spanish.
Spanish.
On not Blu-ray.
That was the best part. He wasn't even on Blu-ray.
Oh my gosh! But it was advertised as such.
Crammed onto a DVD.
What movies were actually on there? Was Kangaroo Jack even on there?
Kangaroo Jack
I
was
don't
on
know.
there.
Fire destroyed this
The
DVD.
theme of
it
it,
died in
was,
a
you
fire.
could tell it was funny because they were basically bundled as live action talking animal movies.
Oh.
Because it was like that, and Scooby Doo was one of them. I
And
remember.
Polly, the talking cat.
Oh, God.
And then we translated. We got on Google Translate, typed everything up, and we translated it. And it was something about a scientist in a secret volcano lair and pterodactyls. It's like, whatever movie this is, sounds a lot better than Kangaroo Jack, not on Blu-ray.
Holy shit.
Look like Sparks. Anyway.
But it wasn't that. It really was Kangaroo Jack with a very, very wrong description on it.
It's dangling.
Oh my god.
What all countries did you go to?
Well, I went to Hawaii, which is this country.
Yeah, that's an interesting country.
Yeah, great country.
Hawaii is a country. Well, actually, ironically,
Texas.
I was just about to bring that up. Actually, Hawaii has this attitude where they want to take back the land. Like, there's actually a lot of open racism in Hawaii towards white people. Like the native Hawaiians, they want like white influence out. They want to take the island back.
So they hated you?
Well, I didn't really talk to them. Not
They-
too many of them, at least.
I can imagine. They're like, in a sense, they're the only technically Native Americans left that really kind of
Yeah.
inhabit their own land.
Yeah.
Did you say aloha to all of them? Did you say
No.
aloha?
No. I just said what up. Yo.
Well, I'm guessing a white man is governor of the state.
Yeah, it's white men, but there's actually like underground, unofficial governments emerging where like you can actually go to a building and have additional ID printed out that says Kingdom of Hawaii instead of United States of America.
So it's not that they just want to get out of the white men out of there. They want to secede from the states.
Yeah, like they want to be there.
That's not
The way
good.
we refer to it is as like
I
the
don't think Hawaii
Texans
has
being
the
like the
ability.
South will rise again.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, well,
you never know.
we're
I don't
taking back.
He has the ability to do it. I think Texas might. From what I have heard, Texas is the only state that does.
Well, you know what? You know what I say?
Texas?
You know what I say?
I don't know.
Because you know what I say? Puerto Rico has been a territory forever. They want all the benefits of the state, but not give back like states do to the rest of the country. So I say, let Hawaii secede and take Puerto Rico.
I don't know.
Didn't
I
we
don't
start,
know, it's
the
like-
process of making Puerto Rico a state?
We try to all the time, but it gets blocked either by Puerto Rico themselves.
I
saying
started
they don't
hearing
want to,
about
or
that back in the 90s.
There's even our own politicians will just retardedly be like, "Look, we don't want there to be 51. We want it to be an even 50." And it's
Oh,
the
come
dumbest
on.
thing ever.
What?
Guam! We have
Yeah.
Guam!
It's a territory, not a state.
We could totally turn it into a state.
Yeah, we
It's a tiny
could.
state, but it's a state.
It's as happening.
We have 50 states and 22 tiny ones.
Yeah, pretty much.
15 of them are all Guam. We divide Guam up by house.
There's 15 houses. 15 families.
I posted this on your group, Alex, but there's a
politician who thought Guam was going to sink into the ocean.
No, there is a
I saw that.
small like village or whatever in Minnesota that elected a Great Pyrenees as mayor.
Yeah, Pyrenees.
I heard about that. Yeah.
I've heard that before. There's a town in Kentucky called
Rabbit Hash.
Rabbit Hash that had a border collie as their mayor.
Well, if it's a small enough town,
It doesn't matter.
It's their
Yeah.
third
It's a
dog
village,
mayor.
yeah. There he is.
Yeah, like I know that there's like some towns where it's like so small, it's they have a mayor and it's like, oh, you're the mayor. What do you do? Nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the border collie whose name is Lucy Lou is their third dog mayor. Their first one was what was his name? Goofy. And their second one was a border.
I want that dog.
I know you do.
that dog.
How is
And
that
I
possible?
watched a thing a while ago on the election of this, and the way it works is you vote. You literally vote with your dollar. So every single dollar you put down on whatever you want to be the mayor is one vote.
Oh, so
$5 is 5 votes.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
All of the money made goes
That's
to the
horrible.
Historical Society, and they made $21,000 when they elected.
Okay, that's acceptable. I mean, it's a small community, so
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't let that fly.
They elected if they weren't, electing animals as their mayor, I would be like, this is stupid.
Wait,
But
wait,
they're
wait.
electing animals as their mayor.
Like, this is not stupid.
This is
They
like
had
a
10
simple.
dogs, one donkey, and one cat. Right?
And an albino
See,
child.
now this is almost like a realistic, like this is a simplified metaphor for actual federal government.
Well, the donkey, yes.
Yeah, everyone's
The donkey
putting their
was
money in to vote to get an
The
animal.
guy
into
campaigning
office.
for the donkey was like,
Mm.
we're going to get a jackass in office anyway. Why not
Exactly.
vote for one? He actually said that. I'm like, that would have got my vote.
That would be like Vermin
Every 4
Supreme
years.
being elected.
I voted for Vermin Supreme.
I
Me
wanted
too.
to. I wanted
Why didn't you?
to. I just didn't want to.
Fag.
I know. Bag.
Yeah,
Bag of beef.
Rabbit Hash, Kentucky has a mayor that is a dog,
Fag of beef?
border collie, and her name is Lucy Lou.
Fag of beef.
That's hot.
Probably should
Oh wow!
Political slaughter.
Fat.
And now there's a small 12-person town. Yeah, it's got 12 people in it. Named like Cornham Mount or something like that.
Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
Yeah.
It has a Great Pyrenees in there.
Pyrenees. They're not. Like a crappy Pyrenees.
A lesser
I
Pyrenees.
posted. I think I posted that on Twitter, and I was like, "This is why it's called Great Pyrenees."
The not so great Pyrenees.
Great
Damn.
Pyrenees is look to achieve higher. Like, there's one mayor now. So what's the ceiling for them?
They've been born into greatness.
Next thing you know, Great Pyrenees is going to be like some shit.
Probably California.
Great Pyrenees is going to be governor of Guam.
We might have a governor also.
Guaviner?
Yeah.
Or why not kick Asia?
Great Pyrenees is going to be the future leader of Kick-Ass. I love that the guy that Kevin Baugh, the guy that does the whole
Malasia.
Molosca thing, he actually put up like a memorial to these.
Oh, no way.
Kick-Ass.
No way. Oh,
He
that's
did, a
fantastic.
year after it happened. That's so
Oh.
awesome. But, so,
Bodak.
you got any more cool stories for us here?
Well, this is sort of an inside joke, but when I was in Hawaii, I stayed with my dad's old childhood friend named Scott. And, yeah, no, he's like a hermit who lives up on a mountain. Friends, wait a minute.
That's funny.
Let me get to the.
We were his friends.
He's not allowed to have friends.
We're his friends.
No, not only that, but they were douchebags. They started telling stories about how they like took sewer grates out of the ground and made cars get stuck in them, and threw like bottle rockets into the school, and like split fire to shit. And then he started talking about the history of the Maguka fly.
The Maguka fly.
The Maguka fly.
This is the thing my dad always talked about.
It's a thing!
Hey, do you want a cigar when you're going out in the woods to smoke and keep the Maguka flies away? I don't really want a cigar. Wait, what? You know, the Maguka flies. I'm gonna go over here now. But, so...
Tell us about the Maguka flies.
Well, he said they're the flies that when you go swimming in the creek, you come up out of the water and they're waiting on the surface of the water to bite you. That's a Maguka fly. So
I've seen like flies like that. They just like sit and surface tension on the water.
yeah, well, I bet you never knew what they were called. Oh wow, a Maguka fly will bite you. It was for the longest time, and I thought it was fake, but it's real.
Oh, really?
The Maguka fly.
But I've seen them like swamp on areas.
The little things with the 4 legs, and they go...
No, that's not a Maguka fly.
That's
There's no
a
fly.
water skin.
Yeah, I think it's
But yeah, oh, and he had 2 cats, and the cats were named
Mitzi and Douchey.
Lucy?
Blackie. No, they were called Blackie and Smokey, or
Blackie and Liz.
Blackadookie and Smokey Dokey, and then they just started calling them Dookie and Dokey. And yeah, it was really interesting living there. They actually live completely off the grid. Like they harvest their own electricity from solar panels. They heat their own water from the solar panels. There's no electricity or water hookup leading to their house. They just
Well, technically, a solar panel is an electrical.
yeah, but never will.
And Harlan's convinced that he does live, even though I told him, no, dude, you're not off the grid.
No.
Darwin is the furthest thing from off the grid.
But he's been saying that he doesn't want to get a credit. His dad's trying to convince him to get a credit card to build a credit.
So he can actually
Believe me,
move
the
out.
NSA has
Which-
as much of a complete profile on him as they do on your dad.
And he said that one of the reasons he doesn't want a credit card is because it makes him more on the grid. No, whatever.
No, it's just makes him have a credit score.
Flavors.
And dead.
So what is he just planning on living
I
at his
love
dad's
it.
till the
It's
day
a
he
place
dies?
in
Yep.
Carlisle full of stars and stripes.
Yeah.
Like mom and pop shop, basically.
Is that what he's planning on
They
doing?
make all that
What?
stuff.
He's
They
just
sell
gonna live at his
other
dad's
brands
till he
too.
dies.
Oh man.
That's what his dad is wanting, and I'm like, I can identify with your dad wanting you to grow up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I'm like, I know you don't want to hear that, but I can totally identify with why this would annoy your dad.
How long have we been going for?
25.
38 minutes plus whatever, so I'd say we go
So
about
last
10 more
week's-
minutes.
Well, last week, didn't we have like 30 minutes from last week? Or
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's true. It's a two-parter.
It had sound issues anyway, so I don't know
Yes,
if I'm going to be able
and
to
the
use
fucking cop showed
So
up.
let's go for about 10 more minutes, and we'll call it, and you guys can start recording Metal Gear.
Oh my god.
No, Metal Gear.
And we can all laugh our asses off at watching him play Metal Gear.
Oh my god.
good at it.
With Little John.
He says he's good at it, but the word good has an asterisk next to it.
Say what
See
you want to say.
the fine print. Is there? Are you actually recording it? Like, is
Yeah.
it actually a let's
Yes.
play? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I always wanted to see this. Now I can see it forever, anytime I want.
Now it's gonna be Martha. It's gonna be called Martha and Laurel Let's Play.
Martha and Laurel, let's play.
More like Martha and Laurel and some other jackasses that happen to be in the room.
That's us.
Martha and Laurel and other
Oh, the worst was
jackasses.
like
That's
I
us in the
forget who it
room.
was. It was like Jason or Harlan or I don't know
Irene?
who it was. No, someone would say something to Schaefer, and Schaefer would literally start going, "Oh yeah, yeah," blah, like respond. So in the audio, it's just Schaefer's responding to no one.
It's like,
I tried to lean into the mic when I had something to say.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like people would just randomly say things, and Schaefer would just respond to it. And it's just
Party.
like, so as far as the audio, you think Schaefer's just insane?
fat dog.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll make it even funnier.
But yeah, any future Let's Plays we're doing is going to
go,
have
that's
to
all
be
that
at my
matters.
place. So
Yeah, this
He
is,
wants
the,
you to
this
beat
is
up.
your last chance to finish the game
And you're like, yeah,
with me here.
no, sorry, I'm fat.
But
we can do it. We got Black Hulk and Raven. All we got to do.
I don't think you
Let's
ever
do
gave me the
the-
list of countries that you went to.
Oh,
5.
well, there was Hawaii first, which is wants to be its own country, and then Colombia, down into Ecuador.
Did you go to Peru? I thought you said.
I did. I went to
How long were you in Peru for?
just for 6 days. I also went to the. Well, you know, I actually took a boat there. That I went. Yeah, through the effing jungle. Like, I went to, like, the only way to get to the city that I went to
Did
was.
you meet your monkey friend?
I made a couple monkey friends. I made a couple monkey friends. In fact, my friend has dreadlocks. He has like long rope for hair, and
You met a monkey with dreadlocks?
No. My one buddy, we call him Stella because he looks kind of womanly, but we don't. But
You don't say that to his face.
no, no,
Anyway,
we
so
do.
tell us about Peru and other countries.
Well, all the monkeys jumped onto my one friend's head because he has dreadlocks, and he started swinging from his dreadlocks like Tarzan or George of the Jungle. And he had like this big clump of monkeys on his head for one point, and he was like, "Ian, get them off!" And it looked like to me like a bunch of midgets just trying to bring him down. Like, I remember seeing one of them that was actually standing on a table at like waist length, and it's just like its feet are on the table and both hands are like pulling his one dread like down, like they're trying to bring him down so they can just like, I don't know, start hacking him apart with hatchets. Ding 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 ding.
Stella's that kind of.
I bet it. You know what would have been the most effective thing to get them off?
What?
A spray bottle.
There you go.
Oh yeah, well,
Seriously, like no.
I think the most effective thing at that point was laughter.
I'm not sure if that would have been effective to get the monkeys off, but
Who said any?
it's the option I would have gone with too.
Oh my
I'm
god.
laughing my ass off.
No, when I had to take boats there. I had to take we had to go from Ecuador into Peru through the Amazon River, and we had to go from boat to boat to boat. We
Well, it
actually,
wasn't the Amazon River.
it was Rio de
Part of
Napo.
Part of the tributary.
Well, it wound up in the actual Amazon, but for most of it, I was on the Rio de Napo. Yeah, it was really neat.
My mom has been on one.
Yeah,
It was a speedboat ride through the jungle.
that's awesome.
So
Going
what
around
kind of boat
through
was
the
it?
jungle.
Speedboat or-
Well, we took like a speedboat at first, and then we went from town to town to town. All of these towns are just in the middle of the jungle. No roads connect to them. You have to take a boat to get there. And we kind of got stranded in this one town because we ran out of money. And we didn't have any money. We had to start giving away our stuff to get to the next boat to take us to the next town. And like we ended up meeting this guy who was just like, "Oh, Iquitos, yeah, I'm going there. $200." I'm like, "Okay, you don't have that much, but will you take hammocks and water filters and crackers and cheese?" And they're like, "Sure, yeah, oh, okay, all right, yeah, sure, we do that. But we literally made it down there by the skin of our teeth. It was amazing. It started storming, like, we were just sitting on this canoe for 2 days going down the river, and it started storming at one point. My friend is just like, "Yarr, it's the perfect storm. We not be surviving this one.
Is that the
This is the..." No.
Irish guy?
No, it's not.
Oh, that was from Hawaii. Never mind.
No, yeah, in Hawaii we met this Irishman. His name was Brian Robertson, and he talked like this. And he was actually 20 years old, however, he talked like he be 45. 45!
Nixon and
Sean Connery.
yeah, try to drink him under the table.
No, I would not try to do something like that, but I was drinking with him late into the evening, and he said to me, "Ian, you know, you've always struck me as a good, solid man. From the moment I met you, I thought, Ian, you know, he'll drink a beer and he'll smoke a joint and he'll have a good time. he's a good person, and Brian Robinson has been on many a journey himself, and he always he would say that we would let's have a proper feed. We'll go out and feed tonight, meaning that we will eat, but that's how they say it. You know, lovely.
Yeah, it sounds like the guy in Peru probably thought, oh, here's a white, rich forest. And he's probably like, I bet they're dumb enough to give me $200 for a boat ride.
No, it definitely wasn't that. Because, like, before we even met that guy, we actually had, like, a town. Like, we were stuck in this town, and we were there for hours waiting, like asking everybody, like, how do we get to the next town? And the town was so small, they actually called, like, a town council, and we all piled into this room, and they calculated, like, okay, with gas included, the way there and the way back, it's gonna cost at least $350 worth of gas alone. Because this is a 2-day boat ride.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Especially if it's in the middle of nowhere, it's not going to be easy to get gas
So basically,
Yeah.
So gas...
Allentown.
Yeah, that's what it was. So we just happened to meet this guy.
Allentown has gas stations.
Yes, we do.
Sort of.
We do.
He was in Allentown, South America.
Allentown, South America.
that's different, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Well, we're living here in Allentown.
I think we have the
It's
name
like
of our
it's like
podcast.
Allentown, but hotter and like.
So there wasn't like
More
a single
mosquitoes.
and more people
like
speak English.
boat service that was like when you first got to the river, like wasn't there like just a boat service that would take you all the way?
No.
No.
No, we
They were like, this is not Apocalypse Now, son.
That'd be awesome.
No, they're like, we'll take you to the next town, and the next town was like, well, we'll take you to the next town, and we tried to plan it out as best we could, but there's very little information about it on the internet. Like, it's not like these companies have websites or anything.
They're just kind of
Did you have any like crocodile scares?
No, but we had pirate scares.
Oh, that's
Fucking pirates on the Amazon, dude.
Yeah.
Pirates
On
in South America.
I miss the pirates down in Ecuador.
So, did you interact with pirates?
No. No.
Probably for the
If I did, I probably wouldn't be here.
When you say that, like that you had pirate problems, like did you guys have to like go stealth mode and shut off the engine, or what exactly?
No. They just said, like, they said, like, okay, if we see these are unpoliced waters, so if we see pirates, just give them what you want. Give them what
Give
they
what you want. They'll be
Yeah.
okay with it.
All I have is some pocket lint.
Nice. Love you.
Just give them what they
They'll
want.
be like, we want that Ian guy, and then your friend's gonna be like, okay, here, and they'll be like,
Hey,
what the hell? And he said, give them what they want.
all I have is a jelly donut. Don't do this to me.
I feel like, wait, were you
It's like stale ass jelly donut. They like choke on it.
you were
Threat averted.
wait, were you wearing that hat when you were down there?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say they probably would take that hat.
No,
They
they
would've
probably
taken
take
that.
Scout's hair. Knowing them, they could have scalped.
Snip it off. They would snip it off.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, man, what a journey you had.
Sounds like you had a lot of fun though.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Now it's
Except for the parts where I had to be on puddle hoppers.
Puddle hoppers.
Yeah.
Puddle hopper.
Well, they're like to get like
Boats?
no the planes. Yes,
Oh,
yes, to get from island to island in Hawaii.
it takes skill to fly those planes. Actually.
Yeah, that's what scared
They're
me.
really hard to take off.
Wait, did you have a bear in a Hawaiian shirt doing that for you?
yeah.
I can't believe I didn't catch that.
Good show. Good show.
It was a good. You're talking about Tailspin?
Yeah.
Yes. You had a bear in a Hawaiian shirt flying your puddle hopper.
It was a good show.
No,
What slacker chain
those
here had a
things-
tailspin face.
Well, I remember because as a kid, like I saw like only a few episodes. I remember liking it, and I was just like, you know what? I have the internet. I could watch it all right now, and I did. And I was like,
And you were like,
it was a good show.
And then it like became possible.
one thing led to another. And
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
no.
No, Martha.
No.
Schaefer was an enabler at most.
What?
Okay, you guys,
The only episodes I've ever seen of it were with Schaefer.
we should call it. Okay?
What should we call it?
What should you call this one?
No, I mean like the podcast.
What should we call the
need to-
podcast?
we need to end the podcast.
Oh,
It's been fun with you. You know that?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, is this really
This
the
is
last?
it. We should
It's
play the
the
long
end
and
of
winding road.
Jalex.
The long and
This
winding
wasn't
road.
even video game related. Like, how
Well,
can
yeah,
we
because
call
it was
it?
the final one where.
The long.
It was a fun one.
You just got back from a
winding
big trip. I wanted to talk about that.
Well, is there a video game you want to talk about, Ian?
No.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, let's go.
It
play
was
it.
a good game.
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to end it, Metal Gear 1, good. 2, what? 3. Alright, that's more like it. 4, what the fuck, Kojima? 5, just retire. Okay, you're making 5 into a
Okay,
two-parter.
Martha.
Kill yourself.
No.
Thank you, Kojima.
No.
Thank you for
No,
ruining my
Martha.
childhood.
Why don't we reflect a little
Sorry, you
bit?
said Metal Gear 1, and I
Yes.
thought like the original.
Sorry,
NES
I was thinking Metal Gear Solid because, like, in my mind, that
I was
was
gonna
what
say
started
Metal
with.
Gear 1 wasn't all that great, but Metal Gear 2 is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You mean like NES?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
And
no, like
EE was the best.
no, no, not Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake,
Oh,
This is my dude.
the one that actually.
It was like,
You know
what was
how
on
they
the
talk about- you know
Famicom?
how he talks about fighting
Whatever it was called.
Big Boss in Zanzibar. It's that story.
Oh, nice.
Okay, we need to call it. So, thank you everybody for listening to this episode of Press the
wait,
Action Button podcast.
Wait.
Wait, no.
What?
We need to reflect a little bit on all the episodes past. Like, well, say something about
Folks, it's all on the website.
Sentimental.
how you're leaving
I
us.
think
and-
it's sentimental.
Wait, I remember we made it into the last one. Remember, we were all going around talking about our favorite episode. Did that make it into the last one we did, or no? Was it unusable?
That had a shit ton of sound issues.
Okay, then why don't we do that again and then end it? So,
Okay, let's talk about our favorite podcast moment and then end it. Because
Of course.
we're going to wind up going well over an hour.
If you don't say anything other than Takula, kill yourself.
Last taco.
Okay, now we know what Chris's
Remember
favorite
that was
is. Talk about Takula. Okay,
Talk
want to start?
sure, I'll go first. Mine was when you guys started without me, because I was on my way back from Colorado. And then I didn't know about this. You all had been talking about Batman and just going, I am Batman.
We were talking about Batman.
And then I showed up wearing a Batman shirt. I opened the door and just went, I'm Batman. And you all just lost it. And I
It
had
was
no
perfect
idea what
timing.
was going on.
It was perfect timing.
So that was my favorite moment.
My favorite moment was when I talked to Tom and he was saying like, "Oh well, when you talked to James Rolfe, you called him James. You didn't even call him the angry video game nerd." And I was like, "Yeah, well, you know, you met Pauly Shore. When you met him, did you call him Encino Man?" And that was my favorite thing that I said.
So what about you, Slagathor Industries?
Did you tell her you loved her?
There was this one time when Tom Walsh, I don't Teabag, call him Teabag, and he goes, we was on a show, and he goes, "Okay, guys, before we start the show, I have an announcement to make. I had sex last night." We all started like cheering him on and stuff, and then Teabag here interrupts and goes, "Did you tell her? Do you left her?"
So you're my favorite moment. D-pad.
So what about you?
One of my favorites was when Ian went off on the rant about the frying pan.
The crispy,
Crispy goodness. You can still put butter in the pan so you don't ruin the pan. And now the pan is the other important. Is it non-stick? Is it cast iron? What? We got to put a timer on this.
When we did that particular bit was made into one of those 1 minute long preview videos that we used to do.
Yeah.
Can we do one last one?
Yeah, could be able to do that.
Okay. What about you?
All the times I made fun of Martha. My particular favorite was the Liquid Meryl. That was my best memory.
Meryl. I'd like to change mine to our 100th episode where we actually filmed it.
Oh, yeah, I was there for that one.
To that, I never got that.
I have the footage.
You got
I can
fucked
get
up.
it to you.
Yeah, that was-
There's very ridiculous times going on. I think halfway through it we just gave up and started playing video games but still
I
filming
think
it.
at one point you were sitting there. I don't know if these two things were related, but these two things were going on in synchronous.
Yeah.
You were going. Imagine if Sean were at a club and his dance move was just to go hey 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 hey. And while you were, I don't know if this was related, but while you were saying that, Tim was like rolling around on the ground, gasping for breath because he was laughing so hard.
I think it was related.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Because I just imagine it.
One of my most standout moments was it involved you. It was me and you and him all on the podcast.
Oh.
He had just gotten his copies of the Warrior comic. It doesn't make any sense. So they were like, maybe if we read this in the Warrior voice, we will understand it better. So we started reading the Warrior comics in the Warrior voice, and then you said that you were going to name your kids Slagathor and Destrucid.
I did, and I will hold to that.
Slagathor and Destrucid. Those are the two most grungy, pathetic names.
And I'm naming my kids that.
Alright.
He has like verbal
Name your
contracts.
dogs or your cats or your fishes.
Not-
Jesus Christ, they're kids.
Not Tom and Dorothy. Slagathor and Destrucid.
Kids, not Taco Bell stands.
Not Tamagotchis.
I don't care. I do what I want. I did.
Okay, I just want to give a shout out to all of our listeners. What was his name? Slagathor. Or what was his name? Higmo. The one guy. We gotta give a shout out to Higmo for being the one person who cared for us these last 5 years of shame and fat slothfulness, because no one else would ever listen to our podcast. It was all just a series of rambles and arguments and drinking
And Pennsylvania.
and Pennsylvania and Batman and a bunch of frying pans that didn't make sense and argued over points of views that nobody wanted to hear about, and a lot of Sundays that we kept getting together and wanting to argue over things that we didn't want to talk about, and there were fights, and we flushed the action
Into
toilets.
a bar is because nobody fed their hamster.
Nobody ever fed the hamsters. There were a bunch of hamsters over these 5 years, all of which don't require naming, but all of them require a special place in our hearts because nobody fed them. And there were good times and there were bad, and there were drunken times and there were rambles, and I think that we had a beautiful run. And there were Sean times where nobody paid attention to his boring
This
antics.
is like episode 110 or something.
And we can drink a beer and smoke a joint and have a bit.
When we had a good time.
There you go.
Smoke a
We
beer.
drank many a joint on our 5-year path
Could if you go
to
to Colorado.
greatness.
Yeah. Or eat a candy bar.
We should sign off.
No! No!
It's already been over an hour.
You're over now.
Cue Green Day.
Okay.
Okay.
I wanna be the minority.
You're Destru City.
Down with the more.
And it's right.
I
hope
you had the time of your life. Goodbye, Higmo. We love you.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
I want your babies.
We'll be back whenever the fuck we can. So, thank you everybody for listening to this episode of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-lyric.com. And thank you everybody that's ever participated in this, apart from Slade.
Yeah,
Yes.
fuck him. Fuck him.
The thought we want to leave you with is Slate sucks.
He
Slate
sucks.
sucks.
It's a long,
We
drawn
don't
out
know
way of
when
saying
we will talk to you, but we will talk to you again
it.
sometime.
We'll be back.
Say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, Tim.
Adios, amigos.
Say goodbye, Ian. Say goodbye, Jason.
Goodbye, everybody.
Say goodbye, Gameface.
Goodbye, Game Face. Oh, I had to be that guy. You suck.
And say
Go
goodbye, Radio Shaver.
Próximo jueves, Radio Shaper.
And we will talk to you guys some other time. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and have a good night.
We love you.
Nope.
Love you.
I was.
I'm just waiting for the day a cop pulls me over thinking I'm smoking a pole.
Wires and waves, race up the night, make images, to burn by the moon.